digestive tract from the mouth all the way down into the gut and all the way out to the end.
Mm-hmm.
The lining layer of cells is replaced every 3 days.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Meaning the cells don't live for a long time. But then the question is, so where did you get the new cells from?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is stem cells.
Okay, sure.
And your skin, every day, your skin cells are sloughing off, and you're replacing your skin every, like over a few months.
Sure.
All your skin is replaced.
Exactly. I've heard of the thing that your entire body is actually regenerated every 7 years or something, I think.
Well, it's not everything equally. So the gut every 3 days,
Sure.
Skin cells every couple of months. Other cells may last you 50 or 100 years.
Mm-hmm,
So you can't say that everything is replaced.
Okay.
But here's the point. Anything that is replaced, you have to say, well, where did the replacement come from?
Mm.
The answer is stem cells.
Mm. Hmm.
Now, why doesn't it work for some people who have diseases or illnesses where the stem cells don't seem to work for them?
Mm.
That's why we say, okay, let's give the drug company and figure out how to make it work, right?
Mm.
No, the first question is, why in these people don't the stem cells work? And our fundamental belief is, there's something wrong. Just like medicine says, if there's anything wrong with you, there's something wrong with the chemistry. So we'll put new chemicals in there and make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But the new science of epigenetics says that the behavior, the genetic activity of the cell is not controlled by the genes. It's controlled by the mind. And why is that relevant? Because if I tell you you can't heal yourself, and your mind says, I can't heal myself, then if you start to get sick, your mind will prevent your stem cells from healing. It's very interesting because, you see, the mind is where the perceptions of the mind control the biology, and then, but where did you get the perceptions about life that control your biology? And that's what we mentioned very briefly earlier. Is we learn perceptions.
Sure.
So when I'll give you an example. We are all born with the ability to swim.
Mm-hmm.
Every baby, the moment it's born, can come out of the birth canal and automatically swim. So a baby could be born underwater, and as the moment it comes out of the birth canal, the baby will automatically swim to the surface of the water like a dolphin and take its first breath of air.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why is that important to me? And the answer is, well, every human is born with the instinctual ability to swim. Then the question is, well, if we're all born and able to swim, then why do we have to work so hard to teach our kids how to swim?
That's right. Jeez.
And the answer is this. If you have a baby and the parents know that the baby is like crawling near the edge of the pond, or the baby is near the edge of a river, or the baby is alone in the bathtub, the parents freak out because they're afraid, oh my God, the baby's going to drown. So when the baby gets near the water, what is the response of the parents? And the response is fear. And the baby learns from the parents.
Yeah.
So this baby infant doesn't know anything more about water except it's that wet stuff, but it also knows this. Every time it goes near the water, the parents get afraid and scream and yell, and so the baby learns that water is dangerous, that water can kill you. That's what the teaching is, okay? Well, the problem is now your child is 5 years old, and you want to teach it to swim, so you put a bathing suit on the child, and you want it to go into the water and swim. And the child has a learned experience. What's the learning? It says, if I go near the water, I die. So when the parents are trying to teach a child how to swim, they want to put it into the water, and the first thing the mind of the child is saying automatically is, I'm going to die. And in that fear, the child can't swim, even though genetically it was capable of doing that. So now I'm going to give you another one, another instinct. All of us are born with the ability to heal ourselves. That we've had that ability for a million years or more. And the issue is, if we can heal ourselves, then why don't we do it? And then I go back and tell you, go back to that childhood period again, the same infant, and recognize as this infant is growing up, every time it's sick, the parents say, we have to take the baby to the doctor. So the baby is learning, just like every time it got near the water, the parents started to scream and get upset. This time, anytime anybody in the family is sick or the baby is sick, there's a learning. The learning is if I am sick, I must go to the doctor. Okay? Well, why is this important? The answer is, well, look, just like the baby was able to swim, but being afraid of the water, can't swim now. In this case, the baby is able to heal itself, but it's got a program. The mind's got a program that says, oh, I don't heal myself. I have to go to the doctor. So the baby has the ability to heal itself. That's an instinct. But if it gets sick, will it heal itself? And the answer is no, because the first mind thought is, I don't heal myself. I have to go to the doctor. Here's the joke. This is the funny part. Many people that are sick, when they're on their way to the doctor, get better.
Really?
Yeah, they get better just on the way to the doctor. You can ask a lot of people, you'll find a very high percentage, yes. And the reason why? Because the behavior said, before I heal myself, I go to the doctor. It didn't say the doctor had to do anything, just said go to the doctor. That was the learning. So when a person's sick, they can heal themselves because their instincts are able to do that, but their learning says no. Their learning says, I have to go to the doctor. So on the way to the doctor, many of them complete the first step of the healing, and then the instinctual ability to heal themselves begins to work because all they said is go to the doctor. They didn't say doctor had to do anything. It was just like you must do this step before you can then follow the rest of the healing. And so it really reveals the power of the mind. What we just talked about would be the equivalent of the nocebo effect. Remember, a belief can interfere with your health. A negative belief, while a positive belief can bring you health, a negative belief can interfere with it. So what's my belief? I do not heal myself. That's what I learned. And when I exercise that belief, then I have to shut off my healing, because here's the thing that people don't understand. But if we can get this fact, that this is something to build on. It goes like this. The mind has programs in it, beliefs. And that the nature of our biology is that the programs in the mind create our reality. So that if we have beliefs in the mind, then the function of the mind is to create the biology to match the belief. If I have a belief of being powerful, then my mind allows me to be powerful. But if I have a belief that I'm a victim and I'm weak, then my mind will not allow me to be powerful, because that would be a violation of the belief. So we become what the beliefs say we become. Okay? Now here's the problem, and this is a big problem. I said the mind controls the genes. But there are two minds that are different from each other, and they work together.
That's right.
One of them is called the conscious mind, the one that we think with, the one that we have our personal identity with, that makes us unique individuals, our creative mind, our thinking mind, our rational mind. That's the conscious mind. And then there's the other mind, called the subconscious mind.
Exactly.
And the subconscious mind is the mind that has programs in it. And here are two important facts. Number one, they're not equally powerful. The conscious mind and subconscious mind are not equal. Listen to this number. The subconscious mind is 1 million times more powerful than the conscious mind as a computer. If I was looking at them as computers, the subconscious mind is 1 million times more powerful. Okay? Now, one other set of numbers, and then it's like mind-boggling when I give you this set of numbers. It is now recognized that on a day-by-day basis, we operate about 95% of our life comes from the subconscious mind. And 5% or less of our life is controlled by our conscious mind.
There we go.
Okay?
Sheesh.
Now you put those numbers together and you realize that, and any one of us on a regular day-by-day basis, 95% of our life is being controlled by a mind that is 1 million times more powerful than our conscious mind. It's called the subconscious. So that while we believe we run our lives with our conscious mind, the truth is we are running our lives with our subconscious mind.
That's right.
Now, but the name subconscious means below consciousness.